Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 25th, and this is the Daily Fantasy 5, and it's draft day. All right, one of my favorite days of the year, the NFL draft is upon us. This is episode 65, and we are brought to you by mathradio.com, where you can get an online math course for as little as $9.99 to help your child ages 7 through 17 get better grades, score higher on their exams, and even help them get into college with our SAT courses. Once again, it's $9.99 for lifetime membership. No monthly fees, none of that nonsense, just a one-time price of $9.99. And we're not talking $999. We're talking $9.99. All right, let's get to the show. We've got a lot to talk about today. We've got some baseball injuries. We've got some basketball injuries. We are making money in the NBA. And, of course, I'm going to do my top 10 mock draft for today's NFL draft. All right, let's get started with the baseball injuries. Clint Frazier. Man, the Yankees are always in the news with some injuries. So Clint Frazier is going to the injured list. He has been killing it this year, batting .324 with 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. It doesn't seem like a serious issue. They think it's going to be very close to just the 10 days. It's not going to be a lingering injury. So Clint Frazier out. Giancarlo Stanton also out. So he was put on the injured list April 1st. He is still recovering, and he has hit a setback. All right. He's having now shoulder problems in addition to his elbow problems. So he's going to be out even longer. We won't know anything for a while on Stanton, but don't expect him back anytime soon. All right, continuing. We also, with the Yankees, everything's about the Yankees today. Gary Sanchez did come back from the injured list, so everything's not bad in the Bronx, but he did go 0 for 4 in his return. All right, enough baseball nonsense. Let's get into the basketball. What happened last night? Well, Utah didn't win, but the Clippers sure did. If you recall, I gave out, what did I give out here? The Jazz plus 300 and the Lakers plus 1,000. That's 10-1, baby. We're making moves. I like it. That was great last night in the NBA. So Lou Williams crushed it last night. Hopefully you started him in fantasy basketball. 33 points, 4 rebounds, and 10 assists to lead the Clippers to a Game 6 in LA. That should be exciting. That one comes up tomorrow on Friday. Also last night, story number 3, Draymond Green, he hurt his right wrist, but he still played. He said it felt broken, I believe was his quote. However, the MRI shows no serious damage. So Draymond should be good going forward. If it's tender, it might be a problem. I don't think they need him to beat the Clippers, but, who knows? If the Clippers can win one at home, send it to a Game 7, that could get interesting. I like it. All right, staying with the NBA, tonight's games, there's only one game because everything else is done. The Nuggets are playing at the Spurs. The Nuggets lead 3-2, so this is a possible closeout game. The Spurs are favored by 3 points. This is an 8 o'clock tip-off, the same time as the draft, so I, for one, will not be watching. I'm going to be watching the NFL draft. Maybe I'll catch the fourth quarter. Denver, like I said, is up 3-2 in the series. I still have no feel for this series. If I was going to bet on it, since Denver won the last game, I'd take San Antonio. I don't like giving the 3. I would probably take San Antonio straight up just to win the game and pay the extra money for the win. But I wouldn't bet at all. I just don't. I don't get this series. I don't know which players are going to do well. I don't know which team's going to win. I have no feel at all for this series. So, with that being said, let's move off the NBA and get to the fun stuff. We're going to do my top 10 mock draft. So, the draft is tonight. Starts at 8 o'clock. Well, that's when I think it actually starts. So, the first pick will be in around 8:15. So, right off the jump, I'm going with Kyle Murray. But I'm not convinced he's going to go to the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals might trade this pick, keep Rosen. This could be a Raiders trade up, a Bengals trade up. I don't know. I do think Kyle Murray is still the number 1 draft pick this year, but I'm just not sure which team is going to be drafting him. So that's number 1. Okay. Kyle Murray, if you don't know, he's the quarterback out of Oklahoma. Pick number 2, I'm going with Nick Bosa. All right. I think he just stays with the 49ers. He's the edge out of Ohio State. He's awesome. Just like his brother. I think the 49ers will be super happy if they can land Nick Bosa with the number 2 pick. All right. Number 3. This is where it gets interesting for me. I have Dwayne Haskins, quarterback out of Ohio State, going here. So 2 players from Ohio State back-to-back. Now, I don't think the Jets will be making this pick. I think it'll be a trade, either, the Redskins, the Browns, someone like that coming up to get Haskins ahead of the Giants at 6 or the Raiders at 4. So I think the Jets are willing to trade down. I don't think it'll take much to get them out of that number 3 spot. They've got a lot of holes to fill. So I'm going to go Dwayne Haskins, number 3, quarterback out of Ohio State. The 4th pick, I think the Raiders are going to be doing backflips because they can pick up Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle, Alabama at number 4. Many analysts say that Quinnen Williams is the best player in this draft. I think it's Bosa, but, I don't know, a dozen, 12, whatever, right? Who cares? They're both great players, and I think he's going to be a great fit for the Raiders in their rebuilding system. So the Raiders should be very happy. Quinnen Williams, defensive tackle, Alabama, going number 4. All right, number 5. I like Devin White, linebacker, LSU, to go to Tampa Bay. So a lot of people have him going to the Raiders at number 4. I think Tampa Bay would be super happy to have White at linebacker. Devin White, Devin Bush, both great players, but I see Devin White going here to Tampa at number 5. They're also a trade destination, but I think if the trades have already been made at 1 and 3, there's not much that's going to happen at number 5. So with number 6, the New York Giants are not going to take a quarterback. They're going to go with Josh Allen, the edge out of Kentucky. Okay, I think he's just too good to pass up. I don't think the Giants are thinking long-term. They want to win right now, so they'll keep Eli, and they'll go with a pass rusher like Josh Allen. Okay, number 7. This is another upset pick for me. I'm taking Marquise Hollywood Brown, wide receiver out of Oklahoma, to Jacksonville at number 7. Nick Foles needs someone to throw the ball to, and I think Hollywood Brown is the best wide receiver in this draft. Most mocks have him going in the late teens, 17, 18, 19, 20, but I think he's going to be the number 1 pick from the wide receiver group. I think he's going to go all the way up to number 7. Pick number 8. I see another trade happening here. Drew Lock, quarterback out of Missouri. Okay. Now, who could trade into this spot? I see the Browns, Bengals, Giants, Dolphins, Redskins. Who knows? Probably not the Giants. I think the Giants, like whatever that other Jones, they might pick him at number 17. But any of those other teams could trade up to grab Drew Lock at number 8. All right, pick number 9. This is the Bills here. I think they're going to take an edge, Brian Burns out of Florida State. They stay home. They get a guy that has all the speed in the world to come out and play defense for them. I also like here tight end TJ Hawkinson from Iowa, but I don't think the Bills are going to pull the trigger on that. I think they stick defense and go with Brian Burns on the edge. And speaking with defense, I think this is not going to be the Broncos pick. I think the Broncos trade out. I think someone gets excited about Ed Oliver being here at defensive tackle from Houston at number 10. Ed Oliver, before the college season began, was rated as a number 1 or 2 player with Nick Bosa. Now, if you can get that kind of value at number 10, I think you have to go for it. I think some team will trade up and the Broncos will trade down for Ed Oliver with all the Broncos quarterback targets off the board. They don't want Jones. I think they will move out of this pick, and Ed Oliver will be the pick. All right, so that's my top 10. Let me run through it one more time. We have Kyle Murray, Nick Bosa, Dwayne Haskins, Quinnen Williams, Devin White at number 5, Josh Allen, Hollywood Brown at number 7, Drew Luck. Number 9 is Brian Burns, and number 10 is Ed Oliver. All right, my honorable mentions. T.J. Hawkinson, I've already talked about him, tight end out of Iowa. Andre Dillard, I think, is the best offensive tackle in this class out of Washington State. He could easily go in the top 10. Devin Bush might be a better linebacker than Devin White. We'll see. He's a linebacker out of Michigan. And then Jawan Taylor, the other offensive tackle out of Florida, all could be taken in this first round. Now, I am kind of a nomad in the NFL, but I cheer for the 49ers because my friend used to be a beat writer for the 49ers. So my dream draft for the 49ers is basically that they just stay at number 2 and take Nick Bosa. However, if that does not happen, the absolute best thing that could happen is that the Raiders trade up to number 4, right, to get Kyle Murray. So if Murray does not go number 1, let's say Bosa goes number 1, Kyle's still there at 2. Let's say the Raiders trade up from 4 to get Kyle Murray. 49ers trade back to 4, pick up that extra 24th pick, first round pick, and then the 49ers, like Dwayne Haskins still goes number 3. 49ers select Quinnen Williams at number 4, and one of either, the offensive lineman, or what I would really love is to see Hollywood Brown drop, but they could also pick up a cornerback that they desperately need, like Byron Murphy or Greedy Williams at that number 24. So if you're going to give me Quinnen Williams and Brian Murphy, I would rather have that than Nick Bosa, because I think Williams and Bosa are very, very similar talented players. So that would be my dream for the 49ers. I hope there's a lot of trades. I hope it's exciting. I hope you subscribe to our channel, like this video. If you're listening on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating and a review. We will see you next time. Go to mathradio.com, and we're out. See you tomorrow. Bye.